Hey guys, what we're going to do, we're going to go over our rabbit tool, otherwise known as the power wedge. It's kept on squad 14, engineer's rear compartment. Alright, we're going to go over the components of it, what we'd use it for, and how to put it together, standard stuff we do on call. So right up here, in the red bag, simply just unzip the top. This is how it's stored. Got our hydraulic handle, or our hydraulic pump, our wedge, our hydraulic hose, so we can connect the two together, rubber mallet, and a pry bar. Alright, so I'm going to go over setting the basic steps of setting this up, okay? So we're going to take our hydraulic pump, we're going to take our cap off. These caps are very important to have on there, especially when you go back to store them. You do not want any dirt, grime, anything like that getting into the couplings. That'll affect the hydraulic fluid and then clog the pump up, and then it won't work. So we got our hydraulic pump. We need to take our hose. We're going to take the female end of the hose, connect it to the male end of the hydraulic pump, simply pulling the neck back, putting it onto the male end, and we do have twist locking couplings, as you can see. Now no pressure can relieve that coupling right there. Now we're going to take the male end of our hydraulic hose. We're going to put it in the female end of the wedge. Make sure our coupling is unlocked so you can pull it back, push it in, twist that so it's locked. Now, an important concept of this is more of a two-person operation, two-person power wedge. One person controlling the handle, one person controlling the wedge, putting it into the door. So what the person at the hydraulic pump has to do is close the pressure off. I'll twist that all the way closed. So now, when the person goes to pump, and we got this secured in the door, anything we want to pry, all they have to do is pump this, and the wedge opens up or pries the door open. Alright, right there's our max spread. As you can see, we got about 4 to 6 inches. Alright, now to release that, once our door pops, the person who's operating the pump needs to go ahead and open this valve, and that releases the pressure in the line, retracting the wedge. Alright. For this demonstration, we're going to use an inward swinging door. What we also had in the bag was the mallet and the pry bar, which we previously talked about. The reason we have these is if you don't have a gap enough to get your wedge into, you can take this, kind of put it into the door jamb there, mini forcible entry tools, just to get your purchase point for the wedge. And you can go ahead, kind of tap that in there, and make your purchase point. Alright? So now that we got that, we already made sure that our valve is closed so we can build pressure up in the line. We got 2 guys working on this, one on the pump, one on the wedge. We're going to go ahead, put that in position. In communication, say, go ahead and pump. What that's going to do is this is going to lock into the jamb while pushing the door forward, making that access point, breaking any locks, anything that's connecting it to the door jamb. Then as soon as that door breaks free, remember we want to control it. And then once it's controlled, we're going to go ahead and release the pressure. Keeping that door controlled, getting the rabbit tool out of the way. Now that our door is forced, our guys made entry, we're all good, we're ready to clean up, break it down, put it away. So like we previously talked about earlier, is that locking coupling. There's a little pin right there. And when you go to lock, it hits that. Now I can't move my coupling. To unlock, twist to that little groove right there, pull back, see how it goes flush with the pin? Line pops right out. Same thing on the hydraulic pump. Little pin, twist the coupling, push back into the pin, hydraulic pump comes right out. These caps, again, they're very important, especially for storage. Go ahead and put our caps on. We're gonna go ahead and leave the pressure open. You never wanna leave hydraulics under pressure. There's a safety right here. Put that on top of the handle. All right, that way the handle cannot come back up. We're gonna go ahead and put that in the bag. We roll our hose up. Go ahead and straighten it out. Just kind of loop it around so it fits in the bag. Go ahead and put that back in the bag, along with our hammer and our pry bar. Zip it up. Make sure it's clean before we put it away, of course. Put it back where it belongs. That's a little summary of our rabbit tool, aka the power wedge. If you have any questions after this video, feel free to ask your officer, anyone who's used it before. And please get out to your rig and put your hands on it.